Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video I'm basically going to be doing a kind of first impressions on all of the products that I recently bought in my last haul. If you haven't watched the haul, make sure you go and watch it before you watch this video. I will leave it down below for you guys, but this is the finished look with all of the products on my face and I love how it turned out. So if you'd like to see how I got on with all of these products and how I created this makeup look, then just keep watching. So the first product that I'll be trying out is the Infallible Total Cover. This is like a corrector kit. So basically I'm just going to experiment with lots of the different colours and see how they work. I kind of wish that this came with a brush. I know that in a lot of palettes brushes are a bit useless, but I feel like for this it kind of needs to come with a brush, and the Maybelline one does actually come with a brush, so kind of think that one is a bit better just because it does have something in there you can apply it with. But I'm just going to use one of my normal brushes and see how it goes. So I'm going to start off with the lightest kind of skin colour, and I'm basically just going to be putting this under the eyes. These first three shades, the most orangey shades, are supposed to be used for concealing your under eyes, so that is what I'm going to be using these for today. So I'm just using the lightest one because I feel like the others will be way too dark for my skin tone. So I'm basically just applying this underneath my eyes. As you can see, it's really pigmented, and also they're really creamy as well. So now that I've done that, I'm going to apply the green shade, and I'm going to apply this kind of around my nose, on my eyelids and any spots that I have, because this is going to get rid of any redness. This palette is so pigmented compared to the Maybelline one. The colours are a lot brighter than they are, so I don't know whether this is going to be more difficult to blend or whether it will work better because it's more pigmented. But we will see. So I'm just taking this onto my nose because I have a lot of redness on my nose and like around the sides. I will like blend this in properly with a beauty blender. And then I'm also going to be going in with a purple shade just kind of on my cheekbone area, because this is supposed to just like brighten your complexion. So I'm just taking that onto the cheekbones. It does say like it does your under eyes, but my under eyes are purple, so I don't feel like this is going to work too well. But as you can see, you do not need a lot of product because this has kind of gone everywhere, but hey ho, I can always blend it in later on. So now that that's all on, I'm just going to take my Real Techniques complexion sponge and just give it a one over. I completely forgot to do my eyelids, so I'm just going to do my eyelids. I knew something looked weird, I forgot to do my eyelids. Right, so I'm taking the green shade on my eyelids because my eyelids are very red. Look how pigmented this is, it's crazy. As you can see, I've applied way too much as usual. I look like a clown right now. Okay, so I'm just taking my sponge, and this is damp, so it will help to blend the product a bit easier. But I'm basically just bouncing it over the skin and kind of pressing quite hard just to blend all of these shades, kind of melt them into the skin. I feel like your finger would also work well for this. So because I don't actually have any kind of base products to try out, I am just going to be doing the rest of my face makeup off camera. I will leave my base routine link down below, so if you'd like to see the makeup that I am wearing and a tutorial on it, then that will be linked down below for you guys. But I thought it's a bit of a waste of time me filming it for you guys today, so I thought I would do it off camera and jump straight in to the next products that I'll be doing a first impressions on. So I've obviously just gone and done my foundation and my concealer off camera, and that corrector kit has really helped to like correct my face. I haven't had to apply near enough as much concealer as I normally apply. So now I'm going to be setting my face with the Ready Set Go translucent powder. This is by Lottie London, and I'm actually so excited to try this out because I've never tried any of Lottie London's products apart from one of their lip kits. So yeah, let's give this one a go. So I'm going to try and bake my face with this using a damp sponge. So I'm just taking what is in the lid because I don't want to go in with too much, and I'm just going to pack this underneath my eyes. I've seen quite a lot of people do this, and this is how they tend to do it. I think my sponge may be a little bit too wet, so it kind of hasn't really baked, but I think that's definitely set my under eyes. Okay, I'm going to give up with the baking idea because it clearly isn't working. I'm just going to take it on a brush and dust it all over the face. So I'm just taking the powder on a big fluffy brush and I'm just going to be dusting this all over my entire face. I don't want to apply too much product just because this is a very mattifying powder, but I do get oily skin and I do want my bronzer to go on really smoothly, so that is why I'm setting my entire face. So I'm just going to work this all over the skin. So I feel like that powder has done a great job at mattifying my face. My face is definitely completely matte and doesn't feel tacky or anything like that, which is really good. It has also set my under eyes really well and it doesn't look dry or anything like that. So yeah, really impressed with this powder so far. So I've just gone off camera and done my bronzer because I didn't have one to show you guys today, but I'm basically going to be trying to use the Maybelline The News palette to fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to be using this shade here because I feel like this is closest to my eyebrows, but I kind of just want to see if this will work well for your eyebrows, because obviously if it does, then it's a really good multi-purpose product. So let's give this one a go. I feel like this is actually going to be quite a good shade for my eyebrows. So this shade looks a lot warmer than it does in the pan. In the pan it looks more like ashy toned, which is kind of closer to my eyebrow shade, but when you actually kind of get rid of the top layer of the eyeshadow, it is a lot more warm toned than I thought it would be, which is a little bit annoying. And obviously eyeshadows are slightly harder to work with for your eyebrows just because they are a lot more pigmented than eyebrow colours, so that was probably a little bit too much in the inner corner there, but overall that doesn't actually look that bad. So apart from the fact that it does look a little bit too red for my eyebrows, I feel like that worked really well as an eyebrow product, so it's definitely a multi-purpose product if you have a similar kind of eyebrow shade to me. So next I'm going to be trying out the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara. I got mine in the shade medium brown and I have one similar to this. I have the Rimmel one and I really love it, so let's give this one a go. So the brush is really weird because it's like a big bobble, so it's quite, I mean, I would say it's quite hard to get precise, but this is actually quite easy to get your brow hairs where they want to be. I'm not gonna lie though, not a lot of the colour is actually coming off onto my eyebrows. Okay, so I felt like that done a really good job of separating my brow hairs and making them kind of look more natural. But I don't feel like a lot of the product came off of this, so personally I would still say that I prefer the Rimmel one. I will leave it down below if you want to go and buy it, but they don't look bad. It's not a bad product, but I personally just prefer how much colour payoff you get with the Rimmel one. So now I'm moving back onto eyes and I'm taking the Maybelline palette again, and I'm basically just going to be creating a kind of gold smoky eye. I'm not going to ham on the colours because I am going out, so I don't particularly want to wear a full-on smoky eye, but I will apply some of the shades in this palette and I'll be sure to use this palette again if it's good, so you'll probably see it in the future. But first I'm just going to take this kind of taupey brown shade and just apply it through the crease. So I'm first just taking this shade here through the crease. This is quite like a cool colour, so I don't know how well it's going to work as a transition shade, but so far that's looking really nice. So next I'm taking the brownie shade that I used for my eyebrows and again just applying that straight into the crease. These eyeshadows are actually pretty pigmented and they're really easy to blend so far, so really happy with how that looks. I'm then taking the next darkest shade along and I'm just going to be applying a little bit of this on the outer corner. I don't want to bring it in too far because I don't want this to be too dramatic. But so far these eyeshadows are quite a bit more cooler toned than I thought they would be. I'm just going to take that first shade that I used and apply that through the crease just to help blend everything together. So now I'm going to be using the beautiful golden shade and just packing this onto the eyelid. So I'm using a really dense brush, but I'm not going to lie, this colour isn't quite as like gold as I wanted it to be. But now that I've actually built up that shade, I really love how it looks. So I completely take back what I said earlier about that golden shade. Once you kind of get the film, like the first layer of the eyeshadow off, it's a lot more pigmented than it seems at first. So really happy with how this is looking. I'm just going to take those first two brownie shades that I used and apply those to the lower lash line, and then I'll be finished with the eyeshadow. I'm just going to take the lightest shade in the palette and kind of apply that to my inner corner as a highlight because it looks absolutely gorgeous in the palette. I'm also going to take that in the inner corner as well slightly just to brighten it up a bit. So overall, I feel like the eyeshadow palette worked really well. I've created a really nice kind of daytime look, but there are some darker eyeshadows in there, so I feel like you could definitely glam it up and do like a nighttime look with this palette, so it's very, very versatile. Yeah, the shadows are really pigmented and really, really easy to blend out. They were quite buttery, they weren't like chalky at all. So yeah, really happy with how they worked. Now I'm just going to go ahead and apply some wing liner. So for my eyeliner today, I'm using the Lottie London Wing Woman eyeliner. Now I'm really excited to give this a go because I am not the best person at eyeliner, so for me it is quite difficult. So let's see how well I can apply this. Firstly, I can't actually get it out of the packaging, not gonna lie. So as you can see, it's a really nice fine tip, so I feel like this could be quite easy to get like a good eyeliner. I'm not going to apply too much just because I'm not going to be going in with false lashes or anything like that, so I want this to be fairly natural. I'm really struggling to film this, so I'm just going to go ahead off camera and do this because otherwise there is not going to be any of me in the frame. So I've just finished doing my wing liner, and for me that's not bad at all. That is pretty thin wing for me as well. I find it really hard to do a thin wing, so that one was pretty easy. So if you're struggling with your eyeliner, then I'd really recommend that one. The only thing that was a bit tricky was getting the kind of flick at the end because it was slightly thicker at the end of the brush, so it was a little bit hard to get that wing, but apart from that, I think they look amazing, and it's a really nice matte shade as well, and it's definitely very black. So next for mascara, I'm using the Volume Million Lashes mascara, and I've tried this one before, but I tried the extra black version. This is just the normal one, so let's give this a go and see what it's like. I just realised I've smudged my makeup. What a wally. I will say that this eyeliner seems to smudge a little bit, which is very annoying. Okay, I've fixed the smudge problem, but I'm just going to go ahead and do my mascara. I'm hoping that with this look I can get away with not wearing false lashes, just because I really cannot be bothered to apply them today, but we'll see. What I like about these mascaras is that they give your lashes a lot of volume, but they don't like leave clumps of mascara in your eyelashes. They are quite good at separating your lashes, which I personally absolutely love, and it's quite hard to find that in a volumizing mascara. Amazing do my eyelashes look, and that's literally after one coat. How crazy is that? I feel like that has done such a good job of volumizing my eyelashes without making them look clumpy. They look amazing. I absolutely love those. So for lips, I've got a few new products. I've got one of the Lottie London Slay All Day liquid lipsticks. I've got the L'Oreal lipstick in the shade JLo's Nude. And I've also got one of the L'Oreal lip paint lacquers. Now personally, I have actually tried out the Lottie London liquid lipsticks before, and if you haven't seen my first impressions, I'll leave the link down below. So I don't think I'm going to be using this today. I think what I might do is first apply the lipstick to see how it looks, and then go over the top with the lip lacquer to see what that one looks like as well. So obviously first off, I'm starting off with the L'Oreal lipstick in the shade JLo's Nude. So that's a lot more pink than I was expecting it to be, but that's not to say that I don't really love how it looks. That is the lipstick in the shade JLo's Nude. I think what I might actually do is go in with the liquid lipstick and then apply the lip lacquer on top, because I feel like I need more of an opaque shade on the bottom. So I'm just going to quickly remove this with a makeup wipe. That lipstick also feels super moisturising as well. So now I'm going in with the Lottie London lip kit in the shade Squad. Yeah. This looks like a gorgeous nude shade. Like a peachy nude. So personally, I absolutely love this shade. It's a really nice kind of peachy orangey toned nude shade. I absolutely love how it looks. So now I'm going to go on top with the L'Oreal lip lacquer, and this is in the shade 101, gone with the nude. Now this looks like such a gorgeous gloss. I feel like these are going to be very pigmented as well. Okay, that is so pigmented. I didn't need the shade on the bottom. So with these lip lacquers, you definitely don't need a colour on the bottom. As you can see, that's so pigmented on its own. I think it might have helped if I would have lined my lips. I absolutely love this lip lacquer. It's so pigmented and glossy, but yet it's like it's just so pigmented. I'm so surprised that you can get a gloss that's that pigmented. It's crazy. I absolutely love how it looks, and it feels so nice and moisturizing on the lips. So this is the finished look. So I am super happy with how this turned out. Personally, I actually think I love every single product I've got on my face. The only thing that I thought could have been better was actually the brow gel. I don't feel like it set my brows in place as much as it could have done. It's not a bad product, I just prefer the amount of product and the amount of colour that the Rimmel one puts into your brows. But overall, I love all of the products. I think the correcting kit worked really well because it meant that I didn't have to apply as much foundation or concealer, because it kind of had already corrected all of my blemishes on my face before I'd even started. I really love the eyeshadow palette. It worked so well on my brows and also worked really well on the eyelids. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. The eyeliner worked really well. Wasn't the easiest to get the flick with, but once I'd done the flick, it was so easy to get kind of thin line across the whole lid. The mascara is amazing. You can see how volumized and lengthened my lashes look. They look amazing, so I'm really pleased with how the mascara turned out. The lip products, I love every single one of them. The lipstick is really good, kind of like an everyday shade because it's nice and glossy and keeps your lips nice and moisturized. The liquid lipstick I love because I have the other shade and I've already tried that out and worn it for hours on end, and I love how it wears throughout the day. And that one is exactly the same but just in a different shade, and I think it's a gorgeous shade. And this lip lacquer is absolutely gorgeous. It's so pigmented and looks absolutely amazing on the lips, and it also feels very moisturizing as well. So overall, I am super duper happy with all of the products I would try out today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video and if you'd like to see more videos like this, and I'll film some for you guys. And yeah, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!